Alright folks, welcome to an DXY and EURUSD higher time frame draw on liquidity outlook. Now, before we get into the chart, we have to check the Forex calendar. Now, you guys probably thought I was gonna say make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, and you guys should, so you guys don't miss out on these weekly updates that I do. I do this on weekly basis. Now, many of you guys may see like, when you're so correct on your analysis, you have such a high precision. As I have evidence, you can go check out my evidence on my previous outlooks in the outcomes on it, and you will see very high precision. Because I'm wondering, like, what is this for, right? What's the angle for this? Why are you just doing this, right? Just giving people free biases, basically giving them free money. Why would I do this? Now, I don't do this for you guys. In a way, I do it for you guys just to help some of you guys out, but majority of it is just for me and for my journaling. For the journaling purposes, this is my journal. Trading, me making videos are my journal, right? They are my journal. There's a form of a journal, right? I like to do this type of journaling instead of me doing writing and putting it down on a notebook, since I don't fucking pay attention to the notebooks and I don't fucking like to read. I like to listen and look, right? And also, one very big disclaimer is that I will use this analysis and the outcomes and the befores in the future when I start something big. Let's say I start a hedge fund or whatever I start, inshallah, in the future. This will be used as proofs and evidences, and just to let people know and gain trust that I know what I'm doing, right? But let's start off the Forex calendar, which we have Monday, no news. Tuesday, no news. Wednesday, we have FOMC, 2 p.m. and at 2:30 p.m. Thursday, we have 8:30 a.m. news. Friday, we have another 8 p.m. news. 8:30. Right? Now, let's get straight into the technicals. But before we do so, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share. This is now when I'm using my, make sure you guys like, All right. So make sure you guys join Telegram. All right, that's the most important part. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram and TikTok, because I do be giving out short-term content, which is very beautiful, and this is a way to just help me grow out in my social media. So yeah, make sure you guys do that. All right, why not? And help a brother out, right? So let's get straight into the technicals. So what's been happening recently? Our target got met. Our monthly target got met. And our other previous monthly target also got met, right? And you can go check out the before math on this analysis that I already gave you guys last week. And you can see the mark was already here. I was anticipating SMT, which SMT formed. Eventually, I was looking for a big dump, which happened right when our target got met. Now, what am I looking here for? What's the next step, Taki? You guys love my word. You guys love my name. I don't know why. People love my name. There's a whole song out of my name, right? There's a whole song. Actually, let's put the song, right? It's gonna be a little long video, but let's put the song here, because people love me. People love my song. People love my name, right? Let me put the song. 1 second. All right.
Imagine
Excuse this, okay? This will have a little fun. 1 second.
to build an app with your
They want to get serious
on it just by thinking about it.
Right.
Meet Base 40.
What is this? All right. Let it.
Bailame como si fuera la última vez y enséñame ese pasito que no sé, un besito bien suavecito, bebé. Taqui, 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 rumba. Bailame como si fuera la última vez y enséñame ese pasito que no sé, un besito bien suavecito, bebé. Taqui, 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 taqui. Eres un besito con un taqui. Huye explota como Saki Saki. Prende los motores Kawasaki. En la discota Jenny llegaron los Anunnaki. No le bajen el muro.
Alright, that's enough. But he mentions both of my name, right? Both Taki and Naki, because that's my actual name. My name is, I can't say it's my actual name, but it has both Taki and Naki. Famous, right? So, excuse me on that. Let's get started with the technicals here. So, as our target got met, we're looking for what did I say before? A couple months ago, I talked about retracements, right? When do we anticipate retracement? A retracement tends to happen after a higher time frame target is met. That's the only time it makes sense, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't really make sense for a retracement. It would make sense to have a retracement around here, which it did, right? But there's two retracements that happens. One that happens during the journey to the target, to the highest target. Then eventually the next retracement will happen after the higher time frame target gets met, right? There's two types. That's one and the second, because market usually always like to tend to give you guys two instead of one, because if he gives you one, everybody can capitalize the move and nobody would lose. But that's why they give you guys two to choose from, right? And the one that happens during the journey is kind of sometimes less probability to take when you're trying to take a retracement trade. So you're trying to long this up to the retracement, then it's not as high a probability. But taking I'm talking about retracement trades. I'm not talking about taking the continuation. Continuation would be take it short to the downside, right? But to take the retracement, the best and the highest time to take it will always be after the target is met, because that's when it usually makes sense, because a lot of liquidity got taken out, right? So, but over here you can take it, but it's very low probability, so don't take it. It's stupid, so avoid that. But let's start off from the higher time frame first. While we're looking at daily, when we can start from 3 month. Like a 3 month time frame is much more important than the daily, right? So let me show you guys the 3 month. A 3 month, we have a 3 month Ferrari gap, 3 month CRT high got purged, 1 CRT low. So over that longer term, we're bearish, right? But I'm talking about retracements, right? Retracement are a skill by itself in trading, so keep that in mind. So 3 month time frame, we're bearish. Monthly time frame, we have a monthly. Our monthly, we have no monthly CRT to the downside anymore, because the market target already got met, right? So going down to the weekly, quick analysis here. We have a weekly CRT to the upside. Now keep in mind, we're not anticipating for the weekly target to get met. We're just looking for high likely 50% mark to the key level to get tapped and reverse, right? We're now looking for a big push. And once, the next thing to keep in mind is that we're near the end of the month. This is the last week of the month. It's kind of the next week that comes up is the last week of the month. That means retracements are literally bound to happen, because open, high, low, close, right? Open, make the high, go make the low, and eventually has to close. So you need to retrace back up higher to close, right? So that's what we have on a weekly time for a weekly CRT upside, which we're not anticipating for the weekly CRT to get met. Just looking for 50% mark to get tapped / the key level. Now on a daily time frame, we have a daily CRT to the upside, and also the daily CRT with dealer ranges here. We sit to the high, sit to the low, stable high, stable low. But when he made this stable low, the market did retrace, but it did not retrace to the 50% mark of the daily range. So we're looking for another super that low. So if a stable high, stable low, we're gonna create it on Monday or Tuesday. Eventually, after that, we're have to do a retracement, right? So we're gonna do a retracement to the dealer range, the 50% mark, right? Eventually positive to the important key level, then go and crush down from there on forward to the downside. And that's what this is gonna highly happen, right? So that's that. And what's next into these dealer ranges? We do have an important key level. This important key level got created. It's created before the dealer range before the equilibrium gets tapped. That means there's an important key level in the dealer range, and there's a possibility. There's a high chance of it getting tapped, and there's usually times where you won't get tapped, where it'll be a if then principle. But in important key levels and dealer range, you usually always tend to get tapped. And if there is a possibility of another important key level gets created during the move to the 50% mark, that could as high likely also get tapped. But right now we're looking for this important key level right here, and it's the 50% mark of the daily range. So looking for a retracement. We do have a daily CRT to the upside. So Next week, I'm looking for retracement to the upside to close out the 3-month candle, right? Or not 3-month candle, the monthly candle. Now, going out to the 4-hour time for market profiling, what do we have here is that I'm going to start from the start of the month all the way to the end of the month, right? We have the start of the month that came. We're looking for bullish market profiling, right? So we goes up higher, we soup out the low, right? It eventually goes up higher here, soup out another low from here, right? Or you could say this low goes up higher. Market profiling, we are bullish, right? During that time, we're in a bullish market profiling. We're rejecting lows, breaking highs, right? We did another reject below. We did another one here, but eventually the market profile turned to bearish. We broke below the low that broke a high, which is this right here. Eventually we had a bearish market profile from there on forward. Pop above, down below, pop above, down below, pop above, down below. So now we're looking for a semi bullish market profile, which will start from here, but we can go and do a semi bullish market profiling. Eventually when this gets tapped, then or this gets tapped, eventually we can start another bearish market profile to the downside. That doesn't really make sense to go all the way up here, but it can definitely happen. Now I could definitely be wrong. Market might just go to a different target without doing this retracement, right? Without going over here. You may go here, but you may not go here, right? That could definitely happen. But that's why our target is a daily CRT high and the 50% mark of the weekly CRT. And this one, we have to keep very close eye on this, right? So that's why when the market comes around here, I'm gonna be very careful to not take down positions, right? But the weekly 3-month target could also get met, and that's what we have for DXY. Going over to EURUSD, same thing here, but polar opposite, because the candles, because it's EURUSD is opposite of DXY's. So we have a 3-month right here. CRT to the upside, right? 3-month S&P CRT to the upside. With that, we have no monthly CRT because it already got met. We have a weekly CRT to the downside. We're looking for the retracement to the weekly 50% mark only. We're not looking for it to go down to the weekly CRT low. And also we do have we do also have a weekly order block here, right? So keep that in mind. Also, do we have that in DXY? We do also have that in DXY. We do have a weekly order block. So that means it could definitely get tapped, right? There's a high possibility because order blocks tend to never get unfilled because these order blocks present liquidity, right? And these are based on a higher time frame, so they're much more important. Go down to the daily time frame. We have a daily CRT to the downside. With that daily CRT to the downside, we also have a daily range, right? Since we trust DXY more than EU, this is our daily range. So we sit to the low, sit to the high, stay below, stable high. We haven't made a stable high yet. We can make it on Tuesday or Monday. And eventually, we're looking for retracement to the weekly. We're looking for retracement to the daily range equilibrium, which is the weekly, which is the 50% mark of the weekly CRT. And also, we have a important key level that has been created right on when a daily range is created, right? Right when a daily range is created, there's an important key level, right? There's two different types of important key levels in daily ranges. One is that it's already been created right when a daily range gets created. The next one is that it gets created during the move to the 50% mark of the during the move to the 50% mark of the daily range, right? So that's what we have for DXY. Checking down the 4-hour time frame. We open up the month with that's December. Right here, we opened up, and eventually we had a bearish market profiling. Eventually, we had a bullish market profiling last week. Eventually, we broke up. We closed above the high that broke a low. So market is in a bullish market profile. Down below, pop above, right? Down below this old low right here, or you can say this old low right here. Eventually, we're going to break above the old highs, right? Down below this old low, break above the old highs. So now looking for a semi-bearish market profiling, and that's what we have for EURUSD. Now, this important key level. So if you guys are on my Telegram, I'm going to update you guys about the important key level because I don't know if it will get mad or not, because I did see sometimes there being SMTs and there being if-then principles with the important key level. But let me think real quick before I give you guys the actual response to the important key level, whether it will be tapped or not, because I did journal this down. So, what did I think about it? Let me think a little bit, chat. 1 second. Okay. So the important key level will not have SMT with it. You will definitely get tapped because looking in the weekly time frame, we have this weekly order block. It makes sense to go back down here. We also have a the weekly order block on DXY also. So this daily key important key level is right on the order block, right below it. So you would highly likely get tapped, and not that it's not because of the order block. It's highly likely because there's going to be in daily ranges there is no SMT. When daily range, the best daily range or happens when the higher time frame key level gets tapped, and that's my final answer to this. So I'm definitely looking for my final target when I do take a short trade will be the important key level, and if he does go on a loss, the series goes up higher. If he does go on a loss, cool, right? Nothing wrong. Just gonna have to check our bias again and long it up, right? Or short it down, right? Depending, because but keep in mind we're trying to have a high consistent bias, right? We're not trying to have we're not trying to have inconsistent bias, right? If I do become wrong, be bullish, right? If I'm right, cool, be bearish until the target is met. So that's how we're gonna be. We're trying to be consistent, and my bias on drone is always consistent. If it does go wrong, I'll update you guys. If it does go right, cool, you make money, right? Free money from me. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, join the Telegram, link in the description down below, and make sure you guys join the Telegram. It's very important for you to be there, because if anything happens, if I take a short trade or whatever happens, I will update you guys on the market. I'll update you guys daily basis. And make sure you guys follow my Instagram and TikTok, especially Instagram. Make sure you guys follow that. If you guys don't, I'm gonna come for you. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Assalamu alaikum.